Disclaimer. This video will show you general basics on map editing for beginners on Xcom 2. Throughout the video, you will see bunch of icons or properties I won't mention at all. Now, let's get into it. Hello guys and gals. In this video I'll show you how to create maps in Xcom 2. First, launch ModBuddy. For beginners, let's go with a template. Go to New Mod. Click Example Map Pack. Name it to what it will be shown in Steam Workshop. For demonstration purposes I'll go for Viper Waifu. Click OK. Don't worry about this, we'll go over later. First go to Tools and then Xcom 2 Editor. It may take a while. Click OK. On Bam Baby, here is where the fun starts. Before we start, here is extra information that is handy for beginners. I strongly encourage for you to read Xcom 2 Mods Level Design PDF before you continue this video. It helps on the long run. It can be found on the blue directory I highlighted on the top, which is C Program 86X etc. Now let's continue. Parcels are basically chunks in a map that get generated. There are 3 sizes of parcels: small, medium, and large. Small parcels have a size of 16 tiles by 16. Medium parcels have a size of 16 tiles by 32. Large parcels have a size of 32 tiles by 32. Here is a great example of parcels in a map. Every time this map gets loaded in game, it generates random buildings on that designated parcel size. Let's go back to where we left off. These notifications always shows up. Just click OK on it. The way I do parcels is that I just open up existing vanilla parcel that I like and edit it from there. Why not create new one, you may ask? Well, it's a pain to do, and there is already a base to work on. Let's open up a parcel that is used in game, edit it and create it to our liking. Go to File, Open, and go to where you installed SDK. That is usually on Steam App folder. Go to Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps. Common, Xcom 2 War of the Chosen SDK, Xcom game. And to content, I suggest you make a quick access tool, because you will be going in this folder often. The DLC folder has parcels such as Alien Hunter and Shen Last Gift parcels. It also includes the Legacy Pack parcels. X-Pack folder has parcels that War of the Chosen included. A big example is abandoned buildings that appear when fighting Lost. Xcom 2 folder includes all parcels from the vanilla such as Slums, City Center, Shanty, and Wilderness parcels. Let's edit a parcel. Go to Xcom 2 folder, Maps, Parcels, Slums. Here is where all the vanilla slum parcels are from. Large parcels that start with LG. Medium parcel starts MD. Small has SM. Let's go for small billboard. All this warnings. Don't worry about them. Perhaps it's a feature, since Firaxis decided to keep them. Just click close. The content browser has all Xcom 2 assets, from textures, sounds, effects, and meshes. Click on this little box. It organizes and allows us to see more information about it. To access shared collections, shrink packages, expand shared collections. Shared collections is category Firaxis made which can help for new map editors. It ranges from vehicles to cover and such. Let's shrink this for now and expand package. Actor Classes tab, I never touched, but perhaps could be useful for you. Levels tab, allows you to toggle on and off wind, which I never notice. Parcel check, that can help you see where you can work on. ENV lighting, that can be day or night. Scene tab, another one I never used. Layers tab, it's a list of assets that is used in this parcel. Can find one or toggle it. Start page, radius browser, template browse I don't use. Go to levels and uncheck parcel check. Let's minimize this and click OK. As you can see, this is a small parcel. Xcom plays on a map grid. It's important to put this on 48. Helps on placing objects. Right click the barrel. Find in content browser. In content browser, make sure you fully load any assets you be using when placing objects. Remember to use archetype, blueprints, perhaps, Never ever meshes, unless you want indestructible objects. Remember, assets with deco means they won't have cover for soldiers to take. Place the barrel. Remember to save often. Click File, Save As. Remember to name it differently. I'll go for little barrel. Let's verify if our barrel has cover. To verify, click on the light bulb with square icon. Won't let you do it. That's because we need to turn back on parcel check. Let's check it. And try to verify again. Now it works. More Firaxis features, just close it. Press P, as in praying not to miss a shot again. As you can see, it works as cover. If we did it wrong, it won't have any red walls or be on the middle. We can do many things with the assets, such as move tool, plain and simple, rotate tool. Over here is how much you want to rotate it. Lastly is size tool, which increases or decreases its size. I don't recommend size tool for beginners, since it can mess up with cover. This line is to see if the unit can jump through. If it doesn't, won't show anything like this one. For elevation like ladders, it shows where it can go down. Blue box is where ladder is at, and go to. This icon is where the Xcom soldiers spawn in game. It is important that space doesn't have any blockage. To select one or multiple objects, CTRL and click. To create multiple objects while doing it, hold Alt and move it. You created copies of it. With the same method, you can stack half cover to make it into full cover, or to add a bunch of deco into a cover that disappears when blown up. When doing this, it's important to right click and click on this group actors or this regroup point. This has to be done for every full cover. If you want to change material of an object, go to Content Browser. On the search bar, type library. Then over here on this search bar, type material. You can now see all materials to change object texture. But as always, make sure to fully load it. Drag the material onto an object. To get material of a specific item, click on object and find in Content Browser. It should be on materials, double click it. Some materials have multiple layers, like floors, roofs, walls and some objects, for example this floor. Click Mesh Paint Mode while holding CTRL. Click it, it paints one way while holding CTRL and Shift. Click it, it paints another way. Red, green, blue has different variables in them. The blue one is how it looks like when it rains. Click the Sloopy W icon and use brush on blue. You can see it now. You can tweak size. Decals are graffiti, blood, or things like that. It can be found if you type decals in Content Browser. For demonstration, let's go for graffiti decals. Let's click this shady ale mayo. Put it on a blueprint, light bulb. If you do it on floor and such, we'll just use texture on it. Double click it and go to Decal Actor Base, Decal, and customize the size to your heart's desires. If you don't see it, go to View, Detail Mode, High. Let's move them drunk pigeons. This tool is Foliage Mode. It allows to spawn small assets, like trash, grass, flowers, etc. Here is a list of objects we'll try to spawn. If it's highlighted blue, it means we'll spawn it. Press and hold CTRL. Left click to spawn. Press and hold Shift. Left click to remove it. Let's open a different parcel to show you objectives and walls. Go back to parcel, slums. And click the laundromat medium parcel. Let's find out more about walls in Xcom 2. Move all this out of the way. Right click on wall, go to group, ungroup. Everything is now deselected. You can see slums use two types of walls. Remember to vis group actors whenever a wall has objects on it. Remember when placing them, they have to be destructible. What I usually do is just copy and paste existing walls and change it up a bit. Lastly, assets associated with that environment, such as slums, can be found on Keats. Let's talk about volumes. Volumes are extremely important. They allow the camera to have visibility of a building, to see through walls and such. You can toggle volumes by pressing O. The green volume has to surround the whole building or anything that has roofs, including yellow volumes. The yellow volumes have to be within each wall of a building. Each yellow volume has to cover each floor of the building, including the rooftop as shown. Click on this cube to enable geometry mode, which will allow us to edit volumes. Click on the visible lines of the volume. You can click one side and move it as shown. Also on the corners. Here, I repeat, volumes are important and can't undo it, so be careful. Extrude allows it to create an extension of it. Lastly but certainly not least, it's time to talk about objectives. In mission archetypes, on content browser, you can see all Xcom objectives. Here you can see laundry map, has a hack workstation mission, as well others as shown. To know exactly how many, go to layers. Here you can see the mission spawners it currently has. Also in default parcels can find the coding of the current set of missions it spawn. Keep in mind, we'll use default parcels later on. Highly recommend not to add objectives unless you experience on what missions each region of the game can spawn. For now, just move around the objective. Don't save this laundromat parcel. Let's go back to our original parcel. In my case, is Little Barrel. I'll take 5 minutes to edit this parcel. Here is my 5-minute masterpiece to show you how easy it is to map. Save the work. Close down Xcom map editor. We done with Xcom map editor. If you made it this far, congratulations. What is left is coding, testing the parcel, and publishing it to Steam Workshop. I know it's a ton to learn for beginners, but like anything, after 5 hours of mapping, you will be doing things without thinking. Take a break. If not, let's continue. Go back to ModBuddy. In config folder, Xcom parcels ini is where we put all the coding from the parcels. We edit an existing parcel and saved it with a different name. It was called Small Billboard 01, located on slums. Keep that in mind. Let's go back with default parcels. Click it. Right here is all the parcel's name. Let's look for Small Billboard 01 located on slums. Copy and paste it to ModBuddy. Make sure to save. Remove all this default parcels which we don't need. Also go here and remove the content. Remember when adding parcels, to add a plus. Time to add Little Barrel. Go to content, right click and add existing item. And then to your edited parcel. For me is Little Barrel. Lastly, we need to build solution. Go to build and build solutions. File and save. Before we start debugging, we need to make sure to name the parcel correctly. On map name, name it exactly as you saved it. for me is little barrel. Let's test and see our creation. Go to debug and start debug. On launcher, it would be named example map pack. We can change name. For now, leave it alone. Click it and launch the game. Go to tactical button. This screen has options to adjust what mission or parcel spawn in game. Generate map generates the map. Start battle is self-explanatory. Go to choose map data. More options, you can look at it on your spare time. Important one is plot type. Shows regions of the game such as lost cities, slums, city center, tunnels, and so on. Since we edit it on a slum parcel, let's go to slums. Scroll down where you see test. We edit it on small parcel, so go to small test. This map will spawn small parcels. Click accept and generate map. Important, to cross your fingers and pray no errors happens, or else things will go bad. Everything went well as planned. Here is my masterpiece. To roam around I use debug mode mod, that's on Steam Workshop. Start battle. Look around and test the map. I use teleport cursor to teleport units. This can be done by pressing this icon on the keyboard. Everything looks good. Let's exit the game. Time to publish the mod into Workshop. Mod preview is the image will show on Steam Workshop. Let's edit it real quick. Now to edit the name title of the mod. Right click mod name and go to properties. Name it. I'll go for Viper Waifu. Save it and rebuild solutions. Go to tools and publish. Will enable it to edit files. Time to add tags so people know it's parcels on Steam Workshop. Go to Xcom game mod folder as shown. Click the mod name. Double click it. On tags, type, map, save and go back to mod buddy. Go to tools, publish mod. Here you can see new updated name as well for the tag shown. Don't worry about description. You can change it on Steam Workshop. Create and upload mod. In my case I just have to update it. Let it finish and bam. You have yourself a map mod. Remember, you have to add map tag and description of your mod every time you update it, since it will remove everything. Well, for me anyways. On Steam, go to community, workshop, your files. And there it is. Add pictures, the description and so on before publishing to public as shown. End of the video tutorial. I hope this helped all you fellow comrades to map edit in Xcom 2. Remember, first, start with small parcel. Nothing big until you fully experience map editing. If you take big projects with all but motivation, you will get stressed out and quit altogether. I know I haven't passed with previous games as well. Entire Xcom campaigns because my favorite soldiers got killed and could not even save Scum to save their life. Sorry, let's move on. Start small. For example, wilderness parcel. They are just trees and foliage. Second, Move existing assets, walls, copy and paste and so on. Nothing new at first. Third, look vanilla parcels to see their design from slums to city center, shanty etc. Fourth, read PDF file on level design I showed few minutes ago to help you understand more about map editing. Last but certainly not least, fifth, have fun while doing it. Farewell guys and gals.